Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As y'all can see by the title of today's video, the topic of discussion we have at hand today is, does a pure slasher fit in on the stage 3v3 court, and if so, then how? Now, for those of you who are new to the channel or you've missed the last couple uploads, this is the new build of mine, the 6'8 pure slash. It's got 21 finishing, 10 shooting, 14 playmaking, and 8 defense, and again, the topic of discussion that we have, the question is, how does this build fit in on the stage 3v3 court? Now on stage 2v2 or even Park 3s, Park 2s, obviously slashers are a pretty good build. But we're here to talk about how to work this build when it comes to the 3v3. Now, the thing that I would like to mention is, you need to run this build at the 3. If you have a pure slasher coming in at the 1 or the 2, it's going to be difficult. Obviously you're going to ruin the spacing for quite some problem. And as you can see, the lineup we got, it's an offensive threat point guard, two-way finisher that's actually got it's a two-way sharp build, but you can see it's got lock takeover. A lot of people, you never see that build ever, and Kitchen is CEO of exotic wild builds. But anyway, then they have the offensive threat, two-way finisher, and glass cleaning lockdown as well. Like I said, their two-way finisher has lock takeover as well, but I'm pretty positive that they have a pure lock on their defense. But anyway, let's get straight into the gameplay. I hope y'all enjoy. If you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. And if we could try to get this one to 500 likes in the first 24 hours, I'd really appreciate that. But real quick, I have a quick little moment that I want to talk to all my subs. I apologize for missing the upload yesterday. You guys know I'm really big on the daily uploads around here, and it's never out of necessity or, me thinking I just want to force a video out. It's usually just that I have a lot of good ideas and, video topics and stuff like that, like this one right here. But, or, like a really good comp gameplay or something. Don't get me wrong, the guys that were playing in this video, they're not like the highest level of competition. And you guys, all you close shot haters, the fact that I didn't upgrade the close shot right there's a perfect example of why you don't even need it. But anyway, I know I'm taking that too literal. Like, there are times I'm going to miss that, but I just feel like for the way I built this build, there's a lot better situations that a lot of better things for me to upgrade than close shot. But anyway, like I said, I apologize for missing the upload yesterday. You guys know I'm really big on the constant daily uploads, and that it's usually out of just the fact that I have a whole lot to talk about. But I've just been so sleep deprived lately, and I literally spent 15 hours in bed like last night or 2 nights ago, whatever it even was. I'm lost at this point. Let me know if y'all have ever been there too. But real quick, I do want to break one thing down for you guys if we're going to do that in this video, because usually I like to teach something, at least one thing in my video, in every single one. I want to point out on this inbound right here, I usually try to, you can see the dude in the white shirt, he's the offensive point guard on their team, and then the dude in the black shirt, he's their lockdown. Now, you see we got Kitchen in the corner. Over here, by the way, I call CB Chillin' Kitchen. For anybody that's new, and I call shots AK. So just so we're clear, I call my two guards that. But CB chilling over there in the corner. The lock is trying to pursue AK. If AK moves over to that left wing like that, they're going to switch that, and I probably could have dotted Kitchen right here. And honestly, if I would have thrown it sooner, I probably could have got him anyway. But you see, I try to check it over to him because I thought the lock was going to switch off of him. Usually you can run that right there and get some nice, easy three-pointers off of it from your corner, like corner spot up, whatever it may be. But anyway, just kind of wanted to put y'all into that. There's not too much learning, learning phase or teaching or anything like that in this video aside from that. So I just kind of wanted to put y'all into that. But anyway, you see, AK was trying to rotate for me. He probably wasn't sure if I was stepping up right there or not. Luckily, they pass over really slow. Also, there are so many fouls in this video, so I just want to let y'all know about that too. This is a little bit longer of a gameplay. I think it was like 8.5 minutes or so. But again, the topic of discussion that we have is how to fit in with a slasher. Now, I will say on stage 3s, it's going to be a whole lot harder for guys that aren't me to be able to fit in like this. For me personally, I have a whole lot of like IQ that goes into my game and stuff like that too. Also, you see they're sagging on Kitchen in the corner horribly, but there's a lot that goes into my game as far as like communication from my point guards and stuff like that too. So that's why I'm able to fit in with this build a lot better too, as well as I find myself to be a pretty skilled rebounder and just on-ball defender and stuff like that too. So when I'm getting put into these pick and pop situations where I might have to switch, even though I only have 8 defensive badges, no perimeter D, and no steal rating, I still feel pretty good about like my defense personally. And I think that's only going to increase as my physicals get higher as well. I think I still get like 6 more on speed, vert, excel, all that stuff, even strength. And I'm still, honestly, I'm maxed on finishing and defensive badges, but I still have a couple playmaking and shooting to go. And you're going to see at the very end of the video, I kind of display the shooting a little bit on this build, and I'm really looking forward to learning a lot with that as well. Now, I know a lot of you guys, and you see that was bad defense by me right there as well, but a lot of you guys been asking me like, what's your main build about to be? Are you like going to transition over to this pure slash? I want to know what y'all think, because it's honestly sort of up to you guys to decide that, because at the end of the day, I'm a YouTuber and that's what I do. And you see right there, he actually made a nice little maneuver. I don't know if he meant to do any of that, but it was actually very effective. But at the end of the day, I'm a YouTuber. whatever gets, you know, and I don't want to sound shallow, but whatever gets the most views on my channel is what I'm probably going to use. So if y'all enjoy the finisher build, like my finishing and defense pie chart a lot more, then I'm obviously going to bring those constantly with the stage gameplays. And what this build is mostly intended for is to be a rep build. So I'm talking obviously with the pure finisher, you get a lot more points for doing this right here, catching alley-oops. I get literally 1.6 or 1.7k for every one I catch of those, whereas my finisher build, the finishing and defense pie chart, is like, it's like 1.2 for every one of those that I catch. So just imagine every lob you've ever caught, right? And the fact that I run pick and roll constantly, so I'm out here catching a lot of lobs. Also, I want to show love to Kitchen right there. He's playing the off ball. He was playing the offhand so perfect, and I just gotta show props to that. But just think of how many lobs I've caught in my day, right? And if I got 500 more my points for every single one that I've ever caught, that's an insane amount, bro. And I really gotta point that out to y'all. But anyway, again, it's probably gonna be more of my rep build as well as just a fun build as well. I'm gonna have 70 ball control when I hit 99 overall, and that's gonna unlock the pro dribble moves. I would say this build is like kind of a bridge between my play slash and my slash defender, for those of you who are familiar with, like, you know, all my builds on the channel and stuff. You see AK tries to shoot through the fake pass right there. Oh my god, that was a tongue twister. Tries to shoot through the fake pass, and man, I gotta show mad love to Kitchen in this gameplay because he's doing so many little intricate things, and it's so it's not well spoken, and it's hard to like kind of point these out, but I gotta show love to this. Peep how I'm on the right side, right? And I already know I'm going for my certain angle. Now I can't just make my guard do this right here, but he does a beautiful between the legs, gets to the left wing, perfect angle to throw the lob. If he kept going the right way, or you know, to the right on the right wing, he wouldn't have been able to throw me that. But again, gotta show props to Kitchen. He was able to pull off a really good angle on that and get me like a nice lob angle. And now this is where the discussion goes even further when it comes to the pure slashes on stage 3s, right? Now, if you play with teammates who don't, I would put it like this. I'm playing with AK at point guard, right? He's a 6'2", no defense point guard, and it's hard to take the ball out of his hands because you feel like, you know, if his value isn't going to be offense, then what is it exactly? And again, the other thing too is you come by 2-pointers in stage so easily sometimes because people will literally just play sides defense, give up slips, give up rolls to the hoop, and it's almost an inconvenience to take the ball with like the ball in your hand as a slasher because it's almost like you're telling them to play defense on you rather than not play defense, because like I said, a lot of times they'll give up the open easy slip on the roll because they're trying to respect threes so much. But if you have the ball in your hands, nobody's really worried about it. Like, they're just like, okay, now it's time to just guard this dude. Now, the other end of that discussion is this right here. If you're playing with a bad point guard or somebody that can't really get open off your screens and stuff like that, that's when you as a slasher become more convenient. If you're playing with good teammates though, that's when honestly that big man spot should be a little bit more defensive oriented, and that's where you're seeing in this video right here. If I had more rebounding, more, you know, defense on my build to be a better perimeter defender, backside defender, rebounder, all that stuff, it'd be more convenient. Now, like I said, if you're not playing with a good point guard, that's when that right there would become a whole lot more convenient. I'm gonna run that back one time for y'all to see as well. So this is what I'm talking about. Hit that LT hezzy in transition, boom, just come boom on that dude that's sitting in the paint. And like I said, you could even do that without takeover with a pure slash as well. This build is a dominant finisher. It's just on stage 3v3, the problem is twos are so easy to come by that for you to just take contested ones is not really the most convenient. Now you see right here, this would have been so cold right here if I would have hit that, but you're gonna see at the end, like I said, this video is basically over. It's 6-18, and you're gonna see we're kind of fiending for me to get a 3-pointer up. So they get the reach in right there, and we're gonna set this up again. Now, this is like I would call this like a pick and pop slip, but I didn't set the screen. The big wasn't even playing, so essentially I just kind of went over to this left wing. Now you see the corner helped off that, so I got to hit Kitchen. No dimer off this pass right here, but boom, I still hit this white. I hit the white from the wing. I have bronze range extender, no catch and shoot, no anything like that. I don't have hot zones, and I mean, I'm looking forward to the time that I do get those though, because it's going to be mad interesting to have this build be able to shoot, and I would love to test the limits with it. And that's where this becomes a whole lot more interesting than my main build, because my main build, it has 51 3-pointer but 1 shooting badge. This build will get 54 3-pointer, essentially the same thing, but it gets 10 shooting badges. Now, that whole discussion changes when I hit legend, if I do, and that's kind of what I made this build for too, was to more quickly get rep, like I was talking about with the whole lob thing. But again, that whole discussion changes when I hit legend, because my main build would have the same amount of shooting ability as this one does right here, because like I said, it would have 11 shooting badges and it would have 51 3-pointer, but on top of that, it would have 31 defense, 30 finishing, and like 17 playmaking still. Again, both these builds are very interesting, and I think at the end of the day, this one will be a lot of fun, and I'm probably going to just balance the both of them. So to give you guys a little bit of an idea of how much I've been grinding this thing, this is just my career and only the last 25 games that I've played. And it doesn't include the MyPlayer Nation games that I've been playing either. And as you can see, if you guys watched that video like a couple days ago, it was how I maxed this build out so quickly. And it was just outside runners and floaters and inside runners and floaters. Literally just teardropper, stuff like that. So anyway, to show you guys where I'm at with this, I'm a 93 overall. I got 2 more bars to go through, and I already know this. I get an overall for 1 bar that I hit, and then I hit 95 on the next one too. This is only like the size difference between the 62 free throw all the way up to the 70 something that it becomes is just 2 bars of being upgraded. So I got 2 my points thing to go through. I'm already halfway through this one. You can see the badges. I'm really close to maxing this shooting out, and I believe I have a MyPlayer Nation game available okay, it's in like 2.5 hours, but I'm probably just going to use that to get this 10. I'm going to be working toward the playmaking, and then the real grind is going to be that 99 overall, because again, that's when this ball control gets boosted to above 70 and I can get the pro dribble moves and stuff like that. And then on top of that too, 99 driving dunk with obviously the higher 3-pointer mid-range and all that stuff. It just being a high overall helps more. You guys get the deal. I get 91 vertical at max ability with this, with like I think 87 speed or something like that. But anyway, that's all for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on the noties, all that good stuff. Put slasher in the comments to show your support that you made it all the way through to the end of this part of the video. But anyway, like I said, I'm really looking forward to making vids on this build, and you know, just what this thing provides as far as a fun factor and the rep and stuff like that too. It's going to be big time. 14 playmaking and 10 shooting is very different from my main build, but obviously, like I said, I mean, the dunking is still really good on this. The thing that I lack in is defense, however, and obviously you need that when it comes to being an inside big man. And on top of that too, I got to carry things like brick wall. This is just my career setup, so don't really pay this too much mind. If y'all want to see what I'm working with as my career stuff to help you out, I'm just using deep fades, and you know, if I have the ability to if I have to get in the half court set, I do that. But like I said, when I can control it, I'm trying to take the inside runners and floaters or the outside runners and floaters. Obviously, I'm not taking too many of the insides now that I have my finishing badges max. So it's mostly I'm going for the outside runners and floaters in the transition game, and then in the half court offense, I set up for the post fades and stuff like that. Like I said, they can't be too close either, or else it's going to be other inside shots. Y'all know the deal. If you want to find out how to grind this build, go watch the other video. But anyway, like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed. And other than that, take it easy, man. Peace.